Hi, that's Yana here with you. And today I wanted to share with you some of my stories, as I've had experience of already 15 years of teaching, and I wanted to share some stories of the students with low motivation and what, how they ended up, and what the logical outcome usually of these stories. So, in my experience, to tell the truth, they were not one, not 10. Okay, so because I used to not even used to, I still do that, yeah. So I had groups and I'm still having a lots of individuals, students. And to tell the truth, the lowest motivated students that I've met, they were mostly um, possibly young learners, yes, because they were mostly pushed by their parents, forced by their parents to study English, and possibly that was like they it turned out to be lack of attention, lack of motivation, sometimes even absence in, in the lessons, yes, and they were not eager to do anything, no matter how, our teaching way of acting every time, yes, to be friendly way and to be a great friend for everyone, to be able to please everyone, so it didn't work. And in most cases, yes, so it was just kind of wasting energy, and you feel really drained after such lessons, because especially if it's a group, yes, then more or less there is always some kind of a assistant and helper in this group, and they always, try to help you out, and they try to somehow, if you put this low motivated student in a pair, and they somehow help each other, they find some interest, common interests. If it's individual lesson, that was just total pouring of attention and pouring and wasting of your energy, like talking to a wall. Sometimes it's so hard and it's so energy consuming, and you feel demotivated yourself as a teacher, because as I told you in my post, yeah, so the most important is that you are enthusiastic. Yes, you are enthusiastic about your job. You love what you do, and the moment you feel that you do it for nothing because there will be no outcome totally, then you also lose this attention, and you also lose this interest. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? Right? And this is always like kind of uh, no, well, no way out of this situation, and um, it's so, like irritating and annoying, because you understand it more or less the second lesson. So like the first lesson, everyone is so friendly and lovely because they kind of try to be, still in your list, just to be still in the class, and be attracted by your attention. But the second class, you already understand that's no use. You try to talk to parents and they still like, no, we need it for school, so please let's do something. And you just get a headache every day. You just get it, like it's losing energy, just wasting your time. And unfortunately, in most cases, so usually, I don't know why, but usually my students choose me, I choose my students, and it comes somehow interchangeably. It's kind of exchange of inner energy, and it always comes out as, that if it is your student, he should stay with you. If it's not, yes, so then they will go away eventually somehow, because of some reason. So usually low motivated student, yes, so maximum 1 year, and then they either change a class or they go just to another level. Most of the time, yes, so these are young learners, were in my cases, and they were usually, I don't know why, but sportsmen, and either hockey or football fans, and that was like the only direction in their head, and they were sleeping about, well, they're dreaming, they slept with it, and that was just the only goal in their life, and I appreciate it a lot. Welcome, why not? Yes. So then, when you just do it because of your parents, or just because you are not motivated at all, yes, so I do not think that will be any use of it. With adults, I do not remember any case like that, because in most cases adults are motivated. They know what they want and they know what they do. So teenagers actually the same, because they always come for exams, they always come for good marks at school, yes, and like everyone, like 12 plus, they are typically focused. And well, in my opinion and in my experience, they are literally um, they literally know what they need and what they need to know by the end, right? And it's amazing, because I think new generations and everyone who I've had so far, they are great explorers of life, and they're great motivated teenagers and young learners as well. So if there is a choice, and you're a parent and you are thinking either to go to languages because everyone does, or your kid is having, your kid, I don't know, just has bad marks, maybe it's just not something they love, okay? Sometimes I do not believe that by pushing your child into some aspect of life, into some field of life that he doesn't want to, will be some any use of it, okay? So that's why just think twice before you do that, and possibly it's better to go for sport or to do something else, yes, like drawing, like painting, yes, why not? So think again. And I would say that English is, of course, already like language of must have, yes, but at the same time, yes, so there are lots of people having other hobbies. Lots of people, maybe it's not the correct time, for having these lessons. That's why in most cases that I've had, so there was usually a dropout of the group, and it was, yeah, mostly young learners. Very interesting about your cases. So how you motivate low motivated students, yes, if you do anything, and what are your cases, what are your examples, and what was the finish line, yes, so how they ended up, and what outcomes you had. Very interesting, share with me. Okay, so these are my examples, these are my ideas that I have about the low motivation. So this week is all about motivation. So let me wish only highly motivated, top level, enthusiastic students to you. Okay, see you then.